believe just enough to make the effort. Before 1954, people didn't simply believe that no one had run a 4-minute mile. They believed no one could. That one little word, could, made all the difference. It didn't just describe a record, it described a limit the world had accepted without question. Throughout all of recorded history, no one had ever run a mile in less than 4 minutes. Coaches doubted it, athletes doubted it, and even some doctors believed the human body wasn't capable of running that fast. Some even warned that a runner's heart might give out under the strain. The 4-minute mile wasn't just a barrier on the track, it had become a barrier in the mind. Roger Bannister looked at the same barrier and reached a different conclusion. He believed the 4-minute mile wasn't impossible. It simply hadn't been done yet. That belief didn't make him faster overnight, but it did make him willing to do something others weren't. He trained relentlessly, studied every detail of his performance, worked with 2 training partners, and kept showing up day after day. Then, on May 6, 1954, history changed. Roger Bannister crossed the finish line in 3 minutes and 59.4 seconds. For the first time in history, someone had broken the 4-minute barrier. It wasn't because he wished hard enough or thought positive thoughts. It happened because his belief gave him the courage to do the work everyone else had decided wasn't worth doing. Now, what happened next may be even more remarkable than the record itself. Within weeks, another runner broke the 4-minute mile, then another. Before long, runners all over the world were accomplishing what had once been called impossible. Today, elite high school runners sometimes break 4 minutes. The human body didn't suddenly become stronger. What changed was what people believed. I've noticed that same pattern in my own life. There was a time when I couldn't imagine running a marathon. 26 miles seemed like something other people did. I didn't believe I could become a professional speaker, write books, lead organizations, or spend my retirement encouraging people through stories. Those dreams felt far beyond my reach. Looking back, I've realized something that has become one of the guiding principles of my life. I didn't believe I could do all those things. I simply believed just enough to make the effort. I laced up my running shoes and went for another run. I accepted one speaking opportunity, then another. I volunteered to lead one project, then another. The more I showed up, the more my confidence grew, until one day I was living a life I once thought belonged to someone else. Maybe that's how most dreams become reality. We often think belief means being completely certain everything will work out. I don't think that's true anymore. I think belief is simply having enough faith to take the next step, even when you can't see the finish line. It isn't even certainty that moves us forward. It's the willingness to begin. I've come to believe that belief doesn't replace hard work. It makes hard work worthwhile. If you don't believe the finish line exists, why would you train every morning? If you don't believe the seed will grow, why would you plant it? If you don't believe your efforts matter, it's almost impossible to stay disciplined when progress is slow. Belief gives our work purpose, and purpose gives us the strength to keep going. History is filled with people who believed before the rest of the world did. The Wright brothers believed people could fly. Scientists believed diseases that had plagued humanity for centuries could eventually be cured. Inventors believed there was a better way to solve everyday problems. Every great advance in history began because someone refused to accept that impossible was the final answer. That makes me wonder what 4-minute miles still exist. What dreams have you quietly talked yourself out of because no one around you has ever done it? What challenge have we accepted simply because we've heard for so long that it can't be overcome? More importantly, what could happen if one ordinary person decided to believe just a little more than everyone else? Roger Bannister didn't just lower a record, he raised humanity's expectations. Perhaps that's the greatest gift any of us can leave behind. not fame, not wealth, not even our accomplishments, but a life that causes someone else to believe a little more than they did before they met us. If we can do that, we'll discover what Roger Bannister discovered all those years ago. The greatest barriers we face are often not on the road ahead of us. They're in the beliefs that we've accepted about ourselves. So believe just enough to make the effort. Then get up tomorrow and make it again. Anyway, that's my story.